Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. Thank you for clicking on this video, making yourself a priority. I am Denise. It is Monday, and Monday on this channel now is my weekly weigh-in and the Weight Watchers weekly meeting topic for the week. It is Mondays instead of Saturdays. Trying to be better on the weekends. So, have I been better on the weekends? I have. Absolutely. I have been better on the weekends. So, it has helped. Yes, because weekends, everybody's around. And it's kind of more laid back, there's less structure on the weekends. So, yeah, I tend to, indulge more than I should. Nothing wrong with indulging, but when it gets out of hand, it gets out of hand. I was just messaged Timmy because I forgot all about his weigh-in. So I don't know if he's going to message me before I'm done filming. I have no idea. If he's, I know he's back on plan. He did say that they're having a little contest there. So, but he had a big weekend. They had an inter-seminary, kind of like intramural basketball thing where 4 seminaries from different states. It was New York, New Jersey, Boston, and Philadelphia. All got together and they played basketball. So he had a big weekend. He joined in, which, Tim, I'm like, you got involved? He goes, yeah, I like playing basketball. So he got to play. It's fun to watch. I mean, I saw it from just a few videos he sent. So I'll have to see how he did. Anyway, how did you do, D? It's your channel. Well, I'm a little down. I'm not gonna lie. I was up a pound. I don't know. I don't expect to lose every week. You know that. But a whole pound, I was like, really? I mean, rewind the tape. How was your week? My week was decent. I don't remember having any kind of outbursts of food. I don't think I did. Not anything worth noting. But was I at my best behavior? Probably not my best behavior. If we could be honest, not my best, not my worst. I thought I was decent. I think Steve had gotten me in my stocking this flavored caramel popcorn from this. If you saw in a video I did, we went to Lancaster and we went to this little popcorn shop, and they had little bags, probably about this big. They had bigger ones too. They had like 3 or 4 different sizes. I got the small ones, and he said pick out a few. So I picked out a few. Well, we forgot about them. So I'm like, ooh. So this got the pumpkin pie. Again, I could have eaten the whole bag. It wouldn't have been that tragic. So I don't want to say it was something I ate. It's just probably the time I'm weighing in. Weight fluctuates. So I'm not really, when you first see it, you're kind of like, what? Really? That's not great. And then you let it settle. You're like, well, you aren't the best. It's maybe that time of the day. It's maybe this is what you weigh today. Maybe tomorrow you won't weigh that. So as long as you had a decent week, which I know I did, that's all I can do. So I was in that funk for about 5 minutes, maybe 10, where I'm like, Jesus, how am I going to go on there and say this? How embarrassing am I? And then I realized, it's life. And the scale's not always the be-all, end-all. It doesn't give us the full picture of our week. So always remember that. It does not give you the full picture of your week. As long as you had the best week you could, which I know I had a really decent week. Almost good. I'd even go to good above decent. Was it stellar? No. Was it very good? No. But it was good. So maybe I need to have a stellar week with this weight. Maybe, when you only have a small amount of weight to lose, maybe we have to be better behaved. I've had a lot of weight to lose in my lifetime. So yeah, sometimes decent works. And sometimes when you don't have a lot of weight to lose, decent doesn't work. So maybe we got to be a little bit more good. So we're going to work on that. My water was great this week, I will say. I got in 30 ounces pretty much every day. I'm starting with 30 for a while, then I'll move up to the 40-ounce jug. I just need to get that down pretty regularly. So that's, how I'm restarting it, because I got off of that over Christmas and stuff. So I need to really rein that back in, drink my water, and I've been enjoying it. I've been doing well. And that's all you can ask for yourself, to do better. So I have been doing better with that. So let's get to the topic. Want to build a new habit? Start with an old one. Oh, Beth Jane, is this going to be like the piggybacking thing? I feel like I just did this. Next time you want to add a new behavior to your routine, try pairing it with something you already have locked in. That's called piggybacking. Piggybacking definition: when one desired habit or action is linked to another habit or action you're already doing regularly, keeps you doing the first thing, you're likely to keep doing the second thing. I feel like I just did this topic. Try this. Think of things you already do consistently. Oh, that's a hard one. Because I do things, but I don't know if I would put my category in the word consistently. Let's see. Brush your teeth, yes. Step on the scale every week. Check your social media. Of course I do. Close your laptop after work. Oh, that one doesn't affect me. Do your PM skincare. I don't do a PM skincare. I do an AM skincare. Brush my teeth, take a shower, do my skincare. Choose one that you'll be cued to the practice a new behavior. Right after stepping on the scale, I'll drink a glass of water. Well, that's true. Well, I did jump on the scale and I did drink my greens this morning and I filled my tea up because I always don't drink before I get weighed. So yeah, I do usually drink a glass of water after I get weighed because I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. Sometimes I wake up during the night and I take a little bit of sip because we all know every drop of water. Let's dive deeper. What do you do right after getting in the car? Buckle your seatbelt. Yes. What about after finishing dinner? Maybe you track your meal on the WW app or clean your plate. In other words, you're already piggybacking. Sure, some habits may pair up naturally, but using your concept more intentionally, my favorite word, that was my word of the year 2 years ago, can make it easier to build a new habit. I tend to sit down to eat, track, then eat. So I don't allow, to me, the tracking and my eating is my reward for tracking. So that is a tip if you're a bad tracker, is track first. Do the quick add. You know what the points are. If not, guesstimate and then maybe go later and fix it. Get it in there. Get it tracked and move on. Here's how it works. Every behavior needs some sort of cue, but it takes repetition to turn a behavior into a real habit. Something you do automatically. By linking a new behavior with a cue that you've already doing often, maybe even without even thinking, its repetition part is built in. What do you do? That's the question. What do you do regularly? We all like brush our teeth. So maybe after you brush your teeth, take a drink of water because you already have the cup in our hand to rinsing our mouth out. We have to put a positive with something we feel is negative because it's not something we're doing. So in a sense, it's negative. So, like I find tracking and then associate that with eating. Track before you eat. And it only takes 2 seconds. Sometimes I'm tracking while I'm cooking because if I'm scanning something that's cooking, track while you cook. I'll put that in there. Scan that. And it's already done. You have to do those things. Who said it? I don't remember who it was. 90% of people who track are people who are successful on weight loss. If you're not successful, if you're fighting with the same 5 pounds, maybe you need to track. I mean, not tracking in the beginning might have worked, but it doesn't work now. So what do we have to do? We have to tweak tracking. We have to tweak accountability. Like I said, in the beginning of your journey, when you have a lot of weight to lose, you can do these little side things and it doesn't affect because you have a lot of weight to lose. When you don't have a lot of weight to lose, every little thing matters. Every little thing matters. Remember that, Denise. Every little thing matters. Every little thing that I put in my mouth at this weight matters. I have to be accountable for it. I can't just sit there and say, well, it's just a handful of nuts. I have weeklies. I am a person that does that. I've been better at it. I have been better at it. I was suggesting to somebody I coach, she was like that. And I said, I'm not telling you not to have the nuts. I'm saying measure them out, put the bag away, sit down and eat them. And that is a really good tip. If you want a snack, have it. But measure it out, put it down in a little bowl or a plate, sit down, put it in your tracker and eat it. Don't just sit there and grab a couple handfuls and think you know what it is. Because I'm going to tell you something. Everything weighs differently. There's broken things. There's full things. You don't know what you're eating. And yeah, it's a point here, a point there. But all week, a point here and a point there. If you don't have a lot of weight to lose, matters. It didn't 10, 20 pounds ago, but it matters now. That's the key. And that's what I have to remember for myself. Everything now matters. Before it didn't. Before I can get away with all that. Flying by the seat of my pants and flybys, and it matters. Every point at this weight matters. It does. And I have to be very more diligent like that. That's what I'm working on this week. Every point matters. At first, you may still need a reminder to practice a new action, but normal, that's normal. It could be as simple as note by the scale saying H2O. Over by the time the cue will take over and do its job. You'll have a new habit and helping get closer to your goals. I have a free workout at the gym this week. I will be going out of my comfort zone 100,000,000%. I am not looking forward to it, but I know it's something that I'm not doing. That maybe this could be the missing piece of the puzzle that's keeping me from my 10-pound goal. It's the only thing I haven't done. Only thing I haven't done is join a gym and do some strength training. I do a lot of cardio, but sometimes eventually doing 4 years of cardio, it's not doing its job anymore because I've kind of burned out of that and I need something more challenging. So I'm going to try. I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm joining yet. I'm going to get the free day this week. So we'll see. I'm afraid. I'm afraid that I won't go. That's the problem. That's the fear. It's like I'm going to pay this and I'm not going to go. And we've all done it. We've all joined it. So I just don't know. I'm really on the fence about it. But I'm going to go get the free day, the free session. So I'm going to do that. And we'll see. I'll go from there. 3 fast facts. Habits always have a cue to set behaviors into motion. 2, by turning into action, you already do a cue. You can create a new habit. 3, simple and specific behaviors are more likely to turn into habits than complex behaviors. Keep it simple. Keep it simple as a glass of water after you get weighed. Keep it simple as doing something like that, as sitting down there, tracking that meal and eating it. That's my big cue because I feel a lot of you don't track. I hear it all the time. Oh, do I have to track? That is the one thing I think that most people have problems with is tracking more than even like in habits and stuff. Like the water, like I said, take it with you. Like I go around the corner to do an errand, I take it. I'm gone a total of 12 minutes. I've had a couple sips of that water. So that's something more than I've had. So definitely if you take something with you, you're more apt to drink it if it's there. Can't drink it if it's not there. Even if you get a couple sips in, and you never know, maybe you'll be sidetracked and, I remember I have to go here. That happened to me last week. I went to the post office and then I decided to go to Acme because they were having a produce sale and snow was coming. And Steve and I were going to go that night, but I thought, you know what, I can go right now because I'm not doing anything and it might be less crowded. Because when they're predicting snow, the French toast people go out for bread, milk, and eggs. I wanted to get the produce sale, so I didn't even go near the bread, milk, and eggs. So I decided to so if I didn't have my water with me, that would have been almost 45 minutes that I would have been, without trying to drink a little bit. I would have survived, obviously, but it just helps keep you into the habit of drinking it. And like I said, if it's a fun glass, that makes it better. I mean, how many of us bought a fun glass and never worked anyway? Could be, but maybe it's not the right glass. It's not the right vehicle. I love things with a handle. I like things that fit in my cup holder. And straws, and where you can be straw, non-straw. So it's just a kind of like, what's your move? I mean, everybody's got the cups that they like. We all got the ones that, you got the double walled, you got the metal, you got the foam, you got the funky handles, you got the carriers, you got the ones that are heated up, you got the ones that will tell you to drink it. Whatever, and it might work now, and maybe 6 months from now, you might not even be using it. That's when you donate it to somebody in need. If it works for a short time, it's a success. It is. So that is it for me today. We're going to keep this one short and sweet because you got to stack. You got to find something you do regularly and stack with something that you don't. Piggyback. That is there also is called habit stacking, I think they called it before, but piggybacking is what it is. You have to find something you do routinely. Most of you have coffee in the morning. You do. So while you're having your cup of coffee, you should be tracking or thinking about maybe what you want to make for dinner. Plan your meal in the morning when you're sitting having your cup of coffee. Let's plan dinner. I try to do that. When I'm having breakfast, what protein am I going to take out of the freezer? And then what am I going to do with it? Yesterday was ground chicken and we had chili. It was delicious too. Even Peter said, Mom, it was good. And I will tell you, I fudged it because I didn't have chili seasoning, which I thought I did have. But I didn't, so I had to sit there and come up with a concoction of seasonings, and it worked. He said, Mom, this is really good. I'm like, I know. What did I do right? Chipotle. Put a little chipotle in there, you're getting like Flynn. So yeah, having a well-stocked spicy, I may be overbearing when I buy my spices, but they come in handy when I'm down and out and I didn't know what to do. It works. So, and then I still have half the pack. It's one of those big packs from Sam's Club, so I still have half a pack left. So I think we're going to do chicken burgers tonight because something different, and we'll finish the chili up. So I think it's going to be successful. Yeah, plan your meals. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Something as chili with some peppers, some onion, seasoning, and beans. Oh, I didn't have beans. Oh, that was the other funny thing. I had a pivot. I didn't have any cans of cannellini beans. I had tons of black beans. Now, I could have used black beans, but I wanted cannellini. That's what I wanted. So luckily, I have a bag of dried beans. And when you have those in your pantry and you have an Instant Pot, in 45 minutes, my lovelies, you have beans. Delicious beans. So I'm like, girls, as I'm telling you, you got to have a and get those appliances out. If you have an Instant Pot, you need to use it. If you have things that's sitting on your shelf, you need to use them. Don't buy them and look at them. They're not doing any good on the shelf. I mean, my Instant Pot gets used for interesting things like making soups, beans, eggs, oatmeal. I mean, it's a great resource. I just wish it was a little bit smaller. I got the big one. I should have gotten the smaller one, but live and learn. It works. I'm not going to get rid of it because it's too big. I just have to look it out. It's 8 quart. But yeah, I had delicious beans. I was like, I don't know. Chili was fun. You'll say to my what I eat in a day. You'll see I filmed it. I think I filmed it. I'm like, did I film that? Because sometimes I'm just hungry. I want to eat. And I'm like, ooh, I didn't film this. Oops. That's why I don't see everything. Because sometimes hunger takes precedence over filming. And I just don't think. You know, especially with everybody around, it's just really hard to remember to do those things. So, but I did film that. I'm 90% sure. I filmed my bowl with my queso on it. If you didn't make that queso that I made on Thursday's vlog, made with cottage cheese, again, just because you don't like cottage cheese doesn't mean you won't like it in a different preparation. You know? It's high in protein. It's really good for us. So what can we do with it? You can make it into a dip. You can make it into a bun. A nice little bagel bun. Oh, a fry bread. Oh my gosh, the fry bread. Yeah, it's really good. And that's this 2-ingredient dough made with cottage cheese, flattened out and air fried. So it's like a crispy bread. And it's really great if you're like, for me, like, I don't like gluten-free bread. It stinks. But I can make that fry bread, and it's so much better, and I so much more enjoy it. I use gluten-free flour and the cottage cheese. Got yourself a fry bread. Again, sometimes you might not like eating a bowl of cottage cheese, but you can put it into things, and it's fantastic. I like it, and I like the ice cream. Some people don't. I don't mind the cottage cheese. I think it's really, really good. So that is it for me. I can talk all day about food. And I think I talk way too much. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know with a big old thumbs up. Let me know how your week went in the comment section below. Is there things you have to work on? Join me in working on them. We're still in the challenge. It is, you know, pick your topic. You have that PDF. Pick what you want to work on. For me, it's just going to be a little bit more sitting down, measuring out things, and just putting them in there. I think I really need to be diligent at this point. I do. So I'll do that. So let me know how your week went. What went well? What didn't went well? Not all weeks are stellar. And that's okay. You just get back on that horse and you have a better week. It's all we could ask of ourselves. Perfection is overrated. And I remembered when I was at my bracelet this morning in the shower and I was down and out, perseverance. And I'm like, you need to, see, it's a great word for me. I am persevering. I was very, like I said, I was a little bummed. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit bummed. And then I realized, practice what you preach. So I am. So that is it for me. If you enjoyed this video, like I said, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Join us here at Dish with D for healthy weight loss, chit chat, support, and delicious, if I will say, delicious recipes. Ooh. So I will link that video right here on the icon on the side. You'll see at the end. There's always a few videos on the side at every video. The videos that need a little extra love, you might not see them, but I will link that cottage queso video from Thursday. Go check it out. So I will dish with you later. Have a great rest of your day. It is right there. Bye-bye.